Well, today we've got some gaskets blown out of here, or some seals or something out of this Porter cable pancake air compressor. I mean, it's fairly easy to take apart. It's getting the parts and getting them in there right. That's the hard part. And wear gloves, because there's a lot of sharp edges in here when you pull this thing apart. First thing, there's a screw right here, Phillips. Take your hose to disconnect too, and there's one there, and then one right here going to your manifold. You've got a screw right there, it's got to come out. And then once your hose is disconnected, you got those two screws out. You can slide this thing over. Let's see, no, it comes this way. Slide it over this way and pick it up. Now, cord's always getting hung up. Okay, we've got this. Now all we got to do, we got a screw here and a screw here. But once we take those two apart, you've got some plastic catches. You got to either push them out or break them off or something. They're always a pain to get out. But let's get this apart. It's a T15 star. That's what you want. Take this one out. Okay, that one's out. Take this one out. Now, if this thing's been apart before, when you take this off, it's just going to fall apart. But if it has not been apart before, then it's going to be a problem. Okay, pull that up. Pull that out. Okay. And what it is, you see these little catches right here? When it's together, you have to take a screwdriver, push down in there to where it'll come loose. That's the only thing holding this thing together, those two bolts that hold the handle on, and those little catches. Alright, let's take this thing inside. Well, first, before we do that, this is what you're going to get on the inside. You've got one connection here. Okay, and then you've got one. Like I said, these blades are super sharp, so you have to be very careful. Okay, and then you've got but there's a connection right here that you have to get off. Sometimes you just need a common screwdriver. Sometimes you can just, well, this one pulled off pretty easy. Okay, and then you've got the ground right here that you've got to get off. Okay, take that ground wire off. Get out of the way. Okay, now we got to carefully pick this thing up, and we're going to take it in the shop. Be careful where you grab it, because this, like I say, this thing's got a lot of sharp edges on it. I'm fixing to get me some gloves. Okay, this is what we're going to take inside, and what makes me think that this is it's rotating way too easy. So I think the seals are out of the piston, or either the head gasket's blown. So we have these 4 screws that's got to come out. Take that off, and then we'll figure out what's inside. To the shop we go. These are number 10 bolts. Got this one out, got another 2 to take out here. Okay, be very carefully. Look like, well, got that off. Tore that a little bit. All this here, this is all the intake, and this is the exhaust, or I should say the pressure side. I've got to get I don't know what size that is. T45. Okay, got that out. Okay, don't lose your bearing. Okay, you want to make sure your rings are up. Your rings here are facing up. Put this back together. Get this thing good and tight. This has got a lot of pressure on it. Okay, this goes back in here. Goes in here. I really need a new seal. I don't have one. Okay, let's get this thing back together again. Piston rod. Make sure your Teflon seal with the Prussian side up. Okay, this is going to go on there. Get it as tight as you can with your hand. If you're super strong, then don't push it too tight. Rod goes back in here with the piston. I don't know if it's going to work. It just doesn't feel like it's got anything there. But anyway, back in here, go down. 45 star bolt. Doesn't seem like there's a right or a left to this, so it could probably go either way. Oh yeah, right there. This side out. Let's see if I can get a halfway good picture on that. Right there. This side out. Okay. So it does make a difference. Okay. Get that as tight as you can. Okay, back to square two. Got our bolt in there. Extremely sharp edges. Be careful. Don't lose any of your rubber baby buggy bumpers here. Little notch goes to the front. Get me a little sealant put on here, especially in this little area right there. Put the sealant on there, and then we can't fire it up today, so we'll have to set a day. I used to have some forms of gasket, but I don't have any with me. Next best thing is silicone. Just be careful with it. You don't want to get it on any of the mechanisms on the inside. This little notch goes to the front. Okay, now we need the head gasket. We're going to need a little sealant right there. This will go on there like that. Now we need our 4 bolts. I sure hope I didn't lose any of those. Kind of just put this in there. I mean, we can give it a trial run just to see if it's going to do anything, but kind of doubt it. Okay, got my gloves on. Okay, we've got to put, let's see, this. Don't forget your rubber baby buggy bumper. Okay, so let's see, this. Okay, that one's in. This goes back here. Right here. Okay, and then carefully put this in here where it goes. Okay, get the rubber baby buggy bumpers where they go. Okay, now we take all the electricals hooked up. Now I just need to get the other cover, put it on, and then we put our handle on. That's what holds everything together. See? This will go on there just like that. I may have it backwards. I think I do. Yeah. Okay. So that goes like that. Okay, there's one screw that goes right there. That kind of holds it together till you can get it together. But just like, oh, I forgot to hook up the ground wire. Very important. I have to keep this cord. I'm glad I took that back off because this cord's got to go in that little slot right there. Set it down very carefully. Okay. I fired it up and no air pressure, so I've got to get another Teflon seal So we'll just have to wait. I'll order one today. It'll take a few days to get in. So we'll be back.